Hi everyone, my name is Kaylani Gunther and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 K-dramas. Now if you aren't familiar with what those are, they're just Korean dramas, TV shows, series, whatever you want to call them. They're fun, they're exciting, they're heartwarming, even heartbreaking, and if you've never seen a K-drama, hopefully this video will be leaving you with some binge-worthy options. So let's get into it. So starting off with number 10, being my least favorite K-drama on this list, it is a Love So Beautiful 2020 edition. Now, Love So Beautiful follows along the relationship and friendship of two high school students. But as they grow older, their feelings change, their relationship changes. They really have to build up the courage to be honest with what they feel. Now, as much as this drama was very cute and well executed, I felt like the plot was just very basic. The girl has feelings for the boy has feelings for the girl, which is not to be honest with those feelings. Like, it's just a plot that you see very commonly in shows and movies, and it was my favorite, and it was also very predictable. Moving on to number 9, Dodo Soso Lala Soul. It is about a young pianist who hits rock bottom, and the luxurious life that she knows is gone within the blink of an eye. Determined to pick herself back up, she finds herself in a piano academy located in a small village where she meets new friends, new people, begins to build a life for herself, and even falls in love with an unexpected man who enters her life. Now, I love this drama. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna have to put this one at number 9 only because I felt like there was just too much happening in the plot. You know, one minute the main character is building a life for herself, falling in love with a man who helps her along the way, while also her doctor, on the other hand, falls in love with her as well, tries to pursue her. It's just a lot. It really would have been better if the show stuck with one main storyline and gone along with it. Now, the drama that sits at number 8, Run On. In this series, a very famous track star veers off of the preset course of his life paved by his pretty wealthy father and decides to follow his own path and heart for once after a film translator enters his life. The series is also very well executed, it's wholesome, and it tells the story of each character very well. I'm putting this show at number 8 only because I felt like it was too simple. It has a really sincere and inspiring story, and I also love the humor that goes along with it, the lighthearted moments, but I felt like the series wasn't as impressive as it really could have been. Now at number 7, Love Alarm. The plot takes place in a world where an app called Love Alarm is created, and it basically alerts people when someone in their vicinity has feelings for them. The story focuses on the main character as she finds young love using this app, but also tries to deal with personal trauma that she keeps hidden away. I'm gonna have to put it at number 7 only because I felt like the characters had little to no development at all. Like, why focus the show on the main character but not allow her to develop or grow close in this new relationship that she's created? Towards the end, I felt pretty frustrated with how the show ended, and it just... Moving along to number 6, Nevertheless. In Nevertheless, we are given the story of a man who hates the idea of relationships but loves the thrill of flirting, and a woman who wants to date but doesn't really believe in love. This show is sitting at number 6 because of how back and forth the storyline really seemed. Despite the relationship between the two leads being toxic and them going back and forth between each other was the point, I felt like there wasn't much meaningful growth in their relationship that we really could have seen. Now, starting in the top 5, Business Proposal. In disguise as her friend, the main female character shows up on a blind date in hopes to scare away her friend's prospective suitor. Now, despite her efforts, things didn't really go according to plan, and the suitor, who also happens to be her CEO, makes a proposal. Now, out of this whole list, I'm gonna have to say this show was definitely the one with most humor, and I absolutely love it. It is such a great rom-com, and it follows along with the background of each character so well, and it's just a great time to watch. Here at number 4, The King, Eternal Monarch. Now, this K-drama is about a Korean emperor who tries to close the doors between two parallel worlds that were opened by evil people with evil motives. Now, caught between the two worlds, and also falls in love with this Korean emperor. A young detective tries to protect the people that she loves as a battle ensues between these two worlds. Despite it having some plot holes throughout the story, I really enjoyed how they meshed in Korean literature Korean legends and the possibility of the multiverse even existing. I definitely recommend that one. Coming up to number 3, my third show on the list is Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. In this series, a love story develops between a big city dentist who opens up her own practice in a close-knit village, meets a charming jack-of-all-trades man who is pretty much her polar opposite in every single way. Overall, this series was the most wholesome. I also really love how the series shares challenges that people possibly face that are too scary to share. These challenges included letting go of the past, letting your surroundings humble you. I also really love the amount of humor that this show included. It was such a great show overall. I know I keep saying that word, but it really is just so great. Now entering the list as second, it is Startup. Now, Startup is about young entrepreneurs aspiring to launch their virtual dreams into reality. They compete for success and even find love along the way in Korea's tough high-tech industry. The plot showcases a girl trying to follow her dreams and even tries to go after the person who's been there her entire life. Overall, this show just truly has a great mixture of humor, chemistry, the reality of starting a business, and how important honesty is. I would definitely give this show a second watch. And finally, the show that sits at number 1 and still remains my favorite case drama series that I've watched so far, Sweet Home. It is a Korean horror, post-apocalyptic fiction series. With humans turning into savage monsters and wreaking terror on the world, a troubled teenager, haunted by his past, fights alongside with his apartment neighbors in hopes of trying to survive this new world, also while trying to hold on to their humanity at the same time. This series really took it to the next level of trying to create a new world with a unique apocalypse. I also love how the main character's story developed over time. They developed it at a good pace, and all while being a horror series, it also includes a great amount of action and heartwarming moments. Well, that concludes my list of top 10 K-dramas. I truly believe each of these Korean shows are worth watching. Even if you've never watched a Korean show before, I hope that this video inspires you to do so. And I'm confident in saying that Koreans really do take it to the next level of storytelling. I really hope you enjoyed following along with me today, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And I hope that you get a new favorite show out of this. Bye bye!